Like,
Good morning, mi gente. This is Amilcar Priestley, co-director of the Afro-Latino Festival, here with you again. Thank you for joining us on day 2 of the Afro-Latino Festival, year 8, virtual edition. And we last night we had some great panels. Very excited. We had our politics and black cultural production panel, as well as our director Q&A for Negra. This morning, we are pleased to inaugurate our Community Voices Sessions panel with an amazing group of women who we've had the pleasure of working with many times over the years, who are doing great work within the community and outside of the community and on behalf of the community and everything in between. Radio Caña Negra. And so I would like to introduce and bring them in now that we have you guys' attention one by one. Welcome our hosts for the day, and they will be doing a little takeover for the morning, and we will be resuming. I will be coming back on a little bit later to fill you in on the rest of the day's programming. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the women of Radio Caña Negra. Welcome, John Vive.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. Welcome,
hi.
Evan.
Thank you very much.
And welcome, Dad.
Hey, what up?
Hello. So I am going to step back and you guys take it from here. Thank you so much. And we hope you guys enjoy the conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is exciting.
I know. I'm so excited. Wait, hold on. I'm going to lift my screen because I'm feeling like low. I'm already shorter. So we ain't going to do that right now.
It's real time, but it's real life. So you're getting a real life experience.
Right.
I'm going to put myself to Dash's height. Chin to chin.
Wait, but who's the tallest? I'm 5'5".
I think I'm the tallest then.
Okay, so it's
Evelyn, you're still down.
I know. I don't understand. It was good for a sec.
Pull your screen down a little bit.
Let's see. Boom.
Hey.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, and we wore our signature red lipsticks.
If it ain't red, it ain't right.
I don't think I have mine on properly, but that's okay.
What is that? Always red? What shade is that? Always red?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Evelyn gave it to me.
It probably is always red. It's a classic. So for anybody out there that is watching, and if you like red lipstick, definitely red, always red is one that you should definitely have in your makeup kit.
I love when you say it's a classic. You always say that.
Every color is a classic.
No, but like in life. And it just came to mind how you were like, you were like, you never saw Mahogany Dash? It's a classic. And then the other time, now this goes into what we're about to talk about. When you said you never saw Shatas, you're like, it's a classic. And then you sat there and made me watch it. And then El Norte, that film El Norte, you were like, it's a classic. And then you
ordered El Norte.
And you know what? El Norte is not really a classic, but it is like a staple in my childhood. I remember having people feel very seen in my life when that movie came out.
I need to watch it. Where can we find El Norte?
What was it on Amazon?
On Amazon.
Yeah, it was
on Amazon.
When I think El Norte, I think like very like border U.S. Mexico.
In part.
Oh, okay. All right.
In part.
Because they were from Guatemala, right?
They were from Guatemala. And so they were attempting to get to El Norte.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I think. I think of that train.
Yes.
That because I've been to Ciudad Juarez many times, right? And they always say even though it's referring to right across the border, it's like El Norte. I'm like, oh, you mean El Paso? Yes, El Norte. I'm like, wow.
Over there? Okay, gotcha.
El Norte.
We should probably introduce ourselves to people that are watching.
What? They know us already. No, I'm playing. And if you don't know, now you know.
And then if they could introduce themselves as well. Even though this is not one of the signature Radio Caña Negra workshops, we will still ask you to introduce yourself afterwards.
Yeah. So shout yourself out in the comments. Let us know what you got going on, who you are, where you're from. Welcome to Radio Caña Negra live in direct collaboration with the Afro-Latino Festival, which is super awesome. And I'm excited. I know
I'm excited too.
I'm excited for these films.
And yes, Dash, with your little outfit. Okay.
That's what took me so long. Because I was like, wait, hold on, this is a bit much happening. And then I put on this shawl that Genevieve sent to us.
I love it.
Because you see how it works for everything. This shawl. This is a Black woman-owned company, no?
Yeah.
I mean, look, it could be Black non-gender conforming.
Okay, wait. Let me get my horn because
we need your horn. All right, so let's start with some. I know I'm going to show more cleavage another day
as we go along.
You are in Panama and it's hot.
Yeah.
So let's
not anymore. You know, because it's rainy season now. It's cloudy. There was thunder. I thunder. When was it? Monday? Like at dawn. Boom! Like that.
Okay, Dash.
I was terrified, yo.
Dash.
Terrified.
Do not be like how I used to be in my teenage years. That any little wind is like, woo, it's so cold. And then I had to put on my sweat tops with booty shorts.
Yes.
My sweat
How can you live in El Norte? How can
I do that now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Here, but in Panama, it's hella hot. Any wind is an excuse to dress up.
Yeah.
Only your top though.
Guatemala is generally known as like the land of eternal spring, right? And in my dad's part of the where he lives in Livingston, he called the other day. He was like, "Uy, hace frío." I was like, "What's the temperature?" He's like 73. I was like, "Billy, you gotta go."
And here's our first little guest.
Ooh, yay!
Wait, how do you? Wait, we have guests. Who? Arayansi la machetera.
No, Gibrancito. But listen, now that we're talking about, we haven't introduced ourselves, but then I also want to, just to break the ice and to get some comments going, let's talk about those Black measurements. Like Evelyn just said, hace frío, right? When you add it, it's like, it means something, right? So let's talk about those things. And if folks on the listening audience have some Black measurements to share with us, and we can cover what we know as well, right? So I'll get us started with the intro. My name is Salga de aquí. My name is Genevieve Williams Comrie, she, her, hers. And, I'm learning and embracing, right, that we have to kind of talk about what we're wearing, because there are people that are that are vision impaired. So I have on bright red glasses and a bright red and yellow shawl and bright lipstick, thanks to Evelyn.
Yay! Thank you so much for that reminder, Genevieve, to really be inclusive, right? As much as we can be. So I am Evelyn Alvarez. My pronouns are she and they. I have on a gray top made of a questionable fabric that is making me sweat and then making my palms hot. So I'm actually
spandex cotton-ish.
I'm gonna change. Wait, and let me see. It's like a
change right now.
Wait, can y'all see?
Oh, is that kind of show today, baby?
Right now, but this is highly uncomfortable right now for some reason. So, and I do also have on red lipstick, and today I have in black puffy hair.
Boop boop, bullet. I'm Dash, and I have on, like the rest of my macheteras, red lipstick, boss lady lip bar, yellow earrings. What is this? A burgundy unit that's just been so loyal for this whole time, because I had the purple the other day. The purple one is the loyalist. This is the second one, because I'm like, let me switch it up. Y'all done seen the purple like 3 times already this week. And then I have a shawl with tones of purple black, blue, pink, and cleavage, and then a burgundy, a burgundy dress.
All right. So yeah, baby. So what are some of those, and we're part of Radio Caña Negra, right? Radio Caña Negra. It's a collective. Right now it's 3 of us. We're known as macheteras, right? And we have other names that sometimes we don't share in public, but we have other names as well, like repartera. What was the other one that we were talking about?
For Evelyn?
No, for Dash, for you.
Well, oh no, we were like sinvergüenza, machetera, repartera.
Yeah, so we have other names. It depends, right? And yes, Xochitl Cruz, it's that kind of show today. We're going to get started with some measurements, and then we can, some fun measurements, right? And we were talking about this, I was talking about this with the kids the other day, because in Yancy, my family is Panamanian and Dominican, right? My partner is Dominican. But we also have, folks that don't understand the context of Panama sometimes, right? Is that Panama, in my opinion, is like a Black nation, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of us are descendants from the Caribbean. So my family descendant from Jamaica and Martinique. So we speak English, right? That's my Spanish and English, but English we used to speak in the house. So the kids, it's so interesting to me because, and I answered the other, they said, I have a little tiny cold. So I was like, wow, I'm so proud because we speak Spanish here in the house. But then she got little and tiny and she put that together. And I'm like, that's so Caribbean, right? That's a measurement. Little and tiny together in the same sentence.
Yes. And those are funny because like Jamaicans say things like whole heap.
Whole heap.
Whole heap.
No, not whole heap. They say all heap.
All heap, right? So Jamaicans, if y'all are in the chat, definitely, give us your favorite. In Guatemala, we say, well, you know what? I have 2 favorite units now that I'm thinking about it. Probably like un montonón. Not confused. Un montón.
Exactly.
Un montonón is like, that's it. And I realized that both of mine start with the letter M. I'm from Brooklyn, so we say mad.
Right.
Yo, you got me mad type. Like
right.
That, there's levels to this.
Correct.
I would say that montonón and mad are mine.
I
like un montón too. But Yuko got me saying una pila. Like una pila.
Un montón.
It's the same. But he uses it unnecessarily. I'm like, this is not a pila.
Use it in a sentence. Like a stack?
Yeah, una pila de problemas, una pila de
a whole bunch, un montón.
¿Eh?
Un montón. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Una pila.
And so for context, Yuko's from Cuba.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And so the other one that is like a point of contention is ahorita.
Ahora. So ahora has ahorita, ahoritita, ahora mismo, and then ahora. And depending on where you use it in the sentence, like ahoritita means like right now. I'm going to do it right now, ahoritita. But it could also mean like, I see ahoritita. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, that's a minute, right? For those that don't speak Spanish, like that would be like probably the equivalent of that would be like a whole minute. Like there's a minute, like I haven't seen you in a minute. Versus I'm going to do it in a minute.
Yes.
Right? So a minute could be like a month, a year, 10 years, right? Or it could be like, give me a minute. So the minute that you tell your kids might be the same as like your homegirl that you run into at Rite Aid that you haven't seen since y'all were in high school, right?
Yeah.
You in a minute, girl, versus give me a minute, I'm gonna get you the apple.
Exactly.
With Caribbean people is down the road.
Oh,
around the corner.
And that could mean
adoblar, that's the one that stresses me out. Adoblar. I'm like, adoblar where? Where am I? Where? What?
Listen, I was stuck in the back roads of Jamaica once, right? And it was a whole van of us. And we were just like tearing up and having fun. And I was actually in Fern Gully. Oh. And night came and there's no lighting posts over there. And there's some like sprawled out houses, right? So night came, thick blanket of darkness. We finally see this guy walking on the road, and we ask him, how do we get to the main road? And he comes and he leans on the car, like he's leaning like we're there to stay. Number one, right?
You were.
So like he put his arm in and he's leaning, talking to us, and then he goes, "Oh, the main road. If you go so, you go so. If you go so, you go so." And we're like, and he's like, "So?" Or
and then
so. And we're like, "Okay, got it." But it's the most hilarious thing because he was really like, "If you go so, you go so."
You don't know? Right.
So? You go so, you go so.
That way so.
Exactly. And there was no way to get him to tell us which way to go. He's like,
he was telling you.
Right. He was telling you.
He's like, go so and then go so.
Easy. And it was so funny when you try to get them and be like, so left and then right. They'd be like, no, so and so.
I told you.
They so and so. Wait, we have some comments. So we have Earth Daughter 718 says, ahorita. Hey Merlin, how are you? Right? And Krishna says cleavage. Y'all get on my nerves. So yes, stay tuned. Get your coffee. We're about to get on your nerves some more.
I'm getting my little water.
Oh, you know.
Shot. What you drinking, Genevieve?
Yeah. I'm drinking ginger and turmeric. I need to get control of these migraines.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Hydrate. I'm drinking cafecito.
In your cup.
In my Dollar Tree cup. Shout out to Dollar Tree.
And then right next to my workstation.
Yep.
You know.
Yes. Oh, well, of course. It's only right. It's only right. It's only right.
And you know what? I feel very conflicted with this rum because it's owned by, you know, generational wealthy whites in Panama, you know? One who was our former president. And so it's like, damn, like, you know when it's like you can't enjoy nothing no more? Like once you get into that arena of consciousness.
Terrible, right? It's just like it can be really, really, really difficult. And just to before we finish that one, like Soon Come is Krishna's favorite. Soon, yes. Soon Come is one of my favorites too. It like you don't know. It's just it's all a toss-up. You ain't never wrong with Soon Come.
Right.
Soon.
Soon Come. I think it's like trust the process.
Exactly. That's it.
That's trainer speak right there. That's trainer speak. You know how like sometimes you be like, what you mean by processes? What are you talking about?
No, but I think it's because we're just Black people as a whole, as a collective, we're so intimately tied to the divine. And so like our speech, the ways of speaking, the ways of being, we just innately, it communicates this kind of ancestral wisdom and knowledge that it doesn't matter what language you're speaking.
Yes,
exactly.
You know? It just transmits. I remember when I said that's whack to my husband, who's Cuban, who doesn't speak any English. He was like, whack, what's that? And he was like, I was like, and he's like, oh, like not good, right? I'm like,
that could be, eso es una locura.
Right. Oh yeah,
Look at my face. Eso es una locura.
Yeah. And somebody mentioned that too, that it's like tone, right? Shantae mentioned tone designates urgency. And there's tone and blackface, right? Okay. Not to be confused with blackface, but blackface that everybody knows internationally, like
right.
Mm-hmm. Or like the you know what, like the mouth pointers. Right? You could be in the room with strangers, and if you point, and you know how you sometimes you in a room and this mixed company and you lock eyes with that one Black person you don't even gotta know, and you just be like, and they look you across the room like, and that is like the whole white people crazy,
right? And there's this like I remember one of in Darien, like in Panama on the border, very it's mostly Black people there. And I was at a meeting, and somebody said, and everything was, and that was the yes. So it's like, do you want water? Are you hungry? like you should know already.
Like, so why is it in my hand already?
There's
yes,
and they're all Black. Mm.
And the way we engage elders, to your point, Dash. You ever seen somebody like speak to someone older and you're like,
Yes.
no autopsy at all. Like you have no training, none. Like
I get uncomfortable. My legs cross, my body language, everything.
I have trouble calling people older than me by their names. Like I just can't, I can't do it. Like I can't do it. It's like
I used to have that experience until I got older. Now I call it. Now I'm like, oh, I'm just like you. And then I have like I feel like before I turned 40, I had that same kind of like, ooh. But I told y'all about the time where I was offended and the kid grandfathered me into like tia territory.
Yeah.
I was like for my entire life, I was like, oh, prima, you know. Like,
oh, you tia.
And then all of a sudden he was like, tia, and I was like,
who you talking to?
I'm prima, soy joven, mijo.
But that was my reaction when my brother is like your little brother at this point, Evelyn. Yep. But when he was like Ev, I'm like Ev. I'm like Miss Ev to you, and you were like, relax.
Right. Mind you, by this point, Genevieve, just to be clear and provide some sort of context, by this point we had already been lost in Cuba together
for my wedding.
Right. We had found he. You know what? Kudos to your brother because he looked at us and he was like, out of all the people that were there, he was like, "Yo, y'all here for Dash wedding?" I didn't know this cat. He was like, "Y'all here for Dash wedding?" I was like, "How'd you know?"
El sabor.
Right. You know? And then I was like, yeah, we ended up getting lost together. We figured it out. We were walking through. We went to somebody's house and were on their roof trying to find both. They were like, oh, yo creo que tengo Wi-Fi en el techo. I was climbing strangers' households. It was... By the time Dash found us, we were like half drunk. So we're going to call me Miss Evelyn. What? We family. We locked.
Yeah, we've been through some stuff.
We've been through most definitely. So that was a thing. But what's the theme? You know what? Let's talk about this year's theme for the festival.
Yeah, it's Black art and resistance in the Americas.
You know I'm all about that resistance, baby.
Yes!
Yo, I used to be the queen of what?
You go all the way back in the boat?
Please, all the way. That was when my knees were strong.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, you have strong knees, you could go all the way?
But I'm sitting.
I won't go all the way.
You could?
I have this boyfriend that he me and him, oh my God. We were
that was a hot gal phase.
Wait a minute, but the hot gal phase was very real. Like any pum pum short wearers, stand up. Right in the chat if you wore pum pum shorts, and if they were a metallic, you get extra points.
No, my thing was the white.
I never had metallic.
The white never had metallic? Step up your game. Come on now. It's not too
I had the white ones.
I had white ones.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I was the queen of the jean ones. Because they used to be short.
Yes.
And I used to cut the side.
Oh, double sexy. Yes. So we're here for it.
And then my grandmother once sewed in, like here on the side. Hold on. She sewed in like African print and molas. Because she was a seamstress.
Uh-huh.
And it was so funny because like they were shorts.
Right. You're like, you trying to hotep my whole pants?
Oh no. But listen, I had a friend that went to Panama, but I wasn't there, right? So she stayed with my parents and my grandmother. My grandmother was probably in her mid-90s at that time. And so she was going out, my friend was going out to a club that was close to our house on her own, right? And my grandmother was like, come here. You can't go out dressed like that because you will get very confused with the men here, right? And then she's like, because she had booty shorts on. And then she's like, now, if you were with Genevieve, you could go out with that. but she's not here. So you can't go out like that.
Right.
She was just like, but why not? And she's like, because the men here will tell you anything. And you're going to believe it because you're not from here.
Right.
So she was just like, unconfuse yourself and get changed. And she was like, my grandmother,
Ubícate.
And my grandmother was like in the living room. So there was no escaping this because she was like, go get change. Okay, you can't go out like that.
Right. No, but it's true. I see a lot of that with North American folks who may go to the Caribbean, Latin America, and they hear one mi reina, my queen.
He's in love with me.
They say that to everybody. If I had a nickel for every time somebody said mi reina, I wouldn't be on this panel with y'all.
Exactly.
Please. Mi vida, mi amor, come on.
Exactly. It's a common endearment too. Like that's the other side. Well, you're not used to hearing it.
Right.
You don't even recognize how current it is. Krishna mentions in the chat, I was a dance hall queen in my life before kids. Brap, brap, brap.
And you can be that dance hall queen still.
You can still, you know what? I think we need to have like a Zoom party where we just relive our dance hall days. Find all of your pum pum shorts. I'm going to find my gold.
Mine don't fit no more.
Pum pum. Well, you got to get some new ones. Come on.
Exactly.
Step up your game. It's too, right? Like 2020 has been wild enough. We deserve an old school.
Right.
I was going to wear mine when I watched the Beanie Man Bounty versus.
Mm-hmm. You know, this links to our conversation.
Yeah.
Who has seen Dance Hall Queen, the movie?
Yes, right at the chat.
A classic.
But it's only I can participate for Black. I saw it.
This is only a classic for Black people. And in Latin America too. It's a classic. Like all the people that are Black that I know in Panama, we enjoyed Dance Hall Queen. But then this is a conversation around this quote unquote Latinidad, right?
Mm.
Who has even, what non-Black folk from Latin America has even heard of Dance Hall Queen, the movie, the actual movie? Right. And it dealt with some serious issues too.
But that's Black art and resistance.
That's Black art and resistance.
Absolutely. Dance Hall Queen is a class. Let me say something. It's a classic. Now I feel like I need to put some music on.
Right.
She's a dance hall queen. That movie for me, it had the perfect combination of everything, right? Because it dealt with the social issue around abuse and poverty, class, and then how you can go from living your best life in regards to fame and money and literally the same day be pushing your cart selling on the street.
Yeah.
Right. So,
and talk about Black joy as resistance, right?
Absolutely.
Finding spaces where we can actually resist the realities of like everyday life and be ourselves, like be our fullest selves.
Right.
So what other movies are like that out there, listening audience? What other Black resistance movies, right? And because the title of this conference is the Afro-Latino Conference. Is Afro-Latino Festival. Let's focus on what are those movies or art expressions that through the media that are that are part of our identity as Black people from Latin America. Because I directly identify with Dance Hall Queen, not because of the character herself and my story, not at all, but because I know that is a story of many people in Panama and throughout the region as well.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies, and I made a post the other day that I don't like Spike Lee's work, most of it. Mm-hmm. But I loved Crooklyn. Crooklyn will forever be the film of my life.
Oh, I'm delayed. Forgive me.
Crooklyn, She's Gotta Have It, the film.
Yes.
No, I probably watched Crooklyn a billion times.
Me too.
I saw myself because we lived in Brooklyn. She had the braids with the beads. That was me all day, every day. That was my favorite movie. It still remains. It holds such a special place in my heart. It really.
Me too. And the relationship with the mom, even the little things as the Velcro running shoes. Right. No, I also really identify with that movie, and I really like it. And you know that the most striking piece of me for that movie was when she went to the aunt's house, I think it was, and it was like all these white images,
right? Yeah,
around, right? Because that's how I felt when I moved to Canada. 15.
There's some comments in the chat. So Earth Daughter 718 says, my friend was in the movie. We thought she was a superstar. She never worked again. And also says that Crooklyn is another classic. Nigel says City of Men from Brazil. Let's see.
Oh, see that City of Men.
Yeah, City of Men.
City of God. City of God,
I think is what it is, right? City of God. Ciudad de Dios.
Right? City of Men, I haven't heard.
Yeah, it could very well be another film.
Like a sequel? We don't know. You know what? Honestly, I am not a movie person. Like it's one of those things where, you know how you try really hard to like something? Typically, I am not like a huge movie person. But I do think that there is a time of like an era of movies that when I watch them now, which I don't even watch them like that, but like I think about like I've outgrown thinking that this toxicity is romantic.
Right.
So all of the rom-coms that came out in the 90s, or like the early 2000s that had us all thinking that it was romantic, but in retrospect, you're like, what the hell is this? Right? So
like Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball. All of those movies with love were raggedy.
No, but from the very year it came out, from the time it came out, I hated it. I'm like, wait, he's doing all this foolishness and she's still chasing him? Find somebody else, girl. And I was like, and you too fly for him anyway.
Like you knew that she was fly for him from the beginning, like when you saw it, and it was just like, why?
Just because they were neighbors in their white neighborhood.
Right.
And I couldn't get my classmates liking it. I was like, are y'all dumb? Like, what is this what you want?
Are you dumb?
Who can play that game?
Oh wait, there's a whole heap of, and we could talk about these all night, right? Like we really like raggedy rom-coms and just like what the F was this? Am I allowed to curse? Because y'all know I'm a cursor. Also,
play that game.
If you at work, because I might start cursing, just NFSW. But Nigel also confirms that Nas City of Men.
Abraham. Hey, shout out to Abraham.
That made City of God. So thank you for that clarification, Abraham Tejada. And also Earth Daughter 718 says Belly. How could I have ever liked that movie? Let me tell you something. Louis Ranking is underranked. Shout out, rest in peace to Louis Ranking, because let me tell you something. Louis Ranking made that movie. And I'm deep shame to say that I saw Belly in the movie theater. And I was like this the entire time. Like, I can't see. Like,
with sunglasses. I
can't see. This is so damn dark. What Hype Williams? I still owe him like eye Dr. Bills. He's where he at?
For real.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
So Love and Basketball was trifling. Love and Basketball, Love Jones, all of those classics.
I did like Love Jones.
It was cute, but like he got her information off the check that she paid. Like, really? Imagine if you're like, that's like right now if your damn your Instacart driver came back and was like,
a woman at the post office went to mail something. Right? She went to mail something. The guy, the post guy at the post office liked her, and then he slipped her a postcard in her mailbox.
Yeah, I saw it.
And then she made this public, and everybody was attacking her because she felt unsafe because she had gone to the post office to mail something, and the guy is now stalking her via postcards.
You know what's so funny? I went to a local restaurant not too long ago, and I was sitting next to some cat, and you know he was in his mailman, his mail person's uniform, right? And I didn't think anything of it. And he was like, oh, do you live nearby? And I was like, yeah. So he goes, where do you live? And I was like, oh, I live at like, we were at literally number 1 of the avenue, and I was living at 51 at the time. And he was like, oh, you Evelyn? He's like, can you please clear out your mailbox? And it turns out that he was my mailman, and he had actually taken to writing notes on my mail, like, why are you leaving your mail in the mailbox like this? Take out, because all right, so I may be one of the few people that keep magazines in business. I have 12 subscriptions. So sometimes like I'll be like, and I would leave them in there. Do you know that this mofo was like, oh, you're 2B? Just please, like, and then he ended up buying me drinks. I mean, I'm saying, but
you don't never check your mail.
Nah. Hi. Wait a minute. Shatas, yes. Shatas is a classic. First of all, if you ain't seen Shatas right now, just log off right now. Go watch Shatas.
Or go to YouTube. No. Keep this window open and then open another open another tab. And because it's on YouTube. That's how I saw it. And the fact that you were like, when I said I didn't see it, you said no, this is an emergency.
Right. We can
whatever we were doing.
We can't be friends.
You said we need to remedy this tonight.
Immediately.
So whatever you thought we were doing, canceled. You watching Shatas, and you were like, sit right there.
Yeah. Immediately. Shout out to Louis Ranking again. I
hate Love Jones.
What else y'all watching?
You know, but also like y'all, we have to announce our giveaway. Like we got so deep into our combos.
Wait a minute. Like Luis Lu was talking about the guy that set up a table on the train and offered a woman a drink. She drank it? Luis? We need more details. Worse than any of those movies. And listen, real life is always gonna be stranger than fiction. So we gonna leave that.
Yeah, I saw that. That was like a meme or whatever. Yeah. No, men are just finding new ways to be insufferable and an affliction. But shout out to these amazing films that are happening for the Afro-Latino Festival. Like the one, I saw Cheche La Vie. Cheche La Vie is about Haitians living in Mexico. I saw it at the Black Star Film Festival. Shout out to the Black Star Film Festival. That movie was amazing. Muñeca Negra, Brazilian movie. The Call of the Drums, another Brazilian movie. A film about the Diablos Rojos in Panama. Check that out. Cimarronaje in Panama by our fellow machetera, Yvette Modestine. And the classics, speaking of classics, De Cierta Manera by Sarah Gomez. And a whole bunch of other great films. Jamaica Tamarindo, of Afro-Mexican film. You got a whole Negra, a Mexican film called Negra. You know we all about that, porque no somos morenas. And so check that out. A pass is $20 for all the films.
That's dope.
All the films. And then you also have Natasha Alford's Afro-Latinx Revolution, about the Black Puerto Rican movements happening. I consulted on that film, and you have to check that out. Bomb. All of it. Bomb.
I have to get my pass.
Yeah, and we're gonna give away a pass, y'all. Woo! Yay! Wait, where's the horn, Ed?
Hold on, wait, let me get where's the horn? Where's the horn?
For people who are watching right now, if you're interested in the pass, put your name and then you'll be randomly selected and you get your pass. Because Evelyn loves a good giveaway.
I love a giveaway. You know what? Enter. Also, just thinking about globally, right? Because a lot of the films that I've watched have been US based, but like, what are some global films that and listen, we center in Black people. So what are some amazing films from the region that you have enjoyed, loved, and want to share so that we can all start to really like diversify our cues? I need some ideas. So what are some films that you, besides the ones that Dash already mentioned?
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry, Ev. You guys are like, you guys are hilarious. Thank you. I think we are.
I'm asking in the chat, what are some of the films from around the region that people have watched that really enjoyed that star Black people? Because one of the things about this era, and I just want to say this, that people will have y'all thinking that A, there's no Black people, like no black people, right? And that B, we are in the struggle. And I would say Black people have always been creative, beautiful, amazing, and enough, right? So in our entirety, we talking Black people, share some films that star Black people.
No, but when you said that we not black, like that, I felt that resonated in my spirit.
Yeah.
Resonated.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like it's a critical thing to remember, right? As we close off Hispanic Heritage Month, that I know. Listen, you know what? I got like a stank face sandwich right now because I'm in the middle on my screen. So both of y'all were like, I know what that, right? Because I'm a Black woman. I know exactly what that look means. Like, bitch, bye, right? I get
white mestizo supremacist pathological month. That's what we call it.
And so we want to be able to make sure that we are, you know, these conversations have been challenging to observe, I think, to watch sometimes what feels like people wanting to convince some people that we need to be included when we are an entire world of our own. And so we just want to be able to center, like, besides movies, who are you, like, your favorite artists, right? Drop some in the chat. Because I have a whole bunch of like empty walls in the crib and I want to be able to support Black artists. So if you have any painters, photographers.
Jackie Comrie.
So
and Leandro Comrie as well. And I can't put it down there, but you can look for them. Jackie Comrie.
And spell Jackie, just so that we get it right.
Jaquie.
Okay.
I said that because sometimes she goes by Jacqueline, sometimes she goes by Jackie. I call her Jack Attack. So it just really depends. And then there's Leandro Comrie.
Her whole family.
Shout
out to the Comries.
So I this is a pitch for any of those Black magazines out there, right? I come from a family full of artists. And we have a belly dancer in Panama who is the only Black belly dancer in Panama, and she has an institute.
Wow.
I have a photographer that has photographed all over the world. His name is Gabriel. I have Mufasa from The Lion King, who is David Comrie. The Comries are full of artists, right? I myself, I'm a children's book writer and a writer, but you know, I'm a little bit slow on things, but my computer's full of stories. And then Jackie, who is Mufasa's sister, is this like she does huge installations.
A streetcar named Toronto. I knew about a streetcar named Toronto, and then I was like, Comrie.
Yeah.
And later, I'm like, oh, that's my friend's cousin.
Yeah. We have a lot of artists. Comrie. The Williams side is not. This is my mom's side. We have a lot of artists within Comrie, and it's so. And most of us have left Panama. So it's the Comrie diaspora that, you know, that I guess art was in our blood.
Right. And there's another Panamanian artist, Arturo Lindsay. He was at Spelman
College,
right? And he has a ton of exhibitions in Panama. Shout out to him. There is an emerging filmmakers panel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. All black, like Trevor Noah, all black filmmakers with a Q, Black with a Q, filmmakers. Check that out.
I got a holder for my phone so I can do calls and work at the same time.
Ooh, look at you.
Black womaning.
Right? So it's like you can do Zoom calls here and then still be here working.
Yeah.
But what is that holder for? I don't get it.
For my phone, so I can attach it
to I recall when you made fun of my holder, and now
your holder's on your neck.
You recall, Dash, that I got jokes on my holder? I should go get my holder right now.
But this is for the computer.
Oh, you stick it on?
Yeah, you stick it like this. Look, hold on. You see?
Oh, I see.
So I can be on calls here on Zoom.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get my holder because I remember somebody making fun of my holder.
I'm in front of your holder. That was me, because Evelyn would be walking around town.
Well, no, we saw how useful it has become, specifically in quarantine and social distancing. That
and
we're
lying down and watching TV in the bed.
Right. So, like with that, you can do like an Instagram live, a Zoom, YouTube, Twitter.
Yes.
Y'all see my holder?
Dash. I'm gonna.
Well, let me see. Y'all see my holder? It goes around your neck, and then you get to put your phone right here, right?
So that everybody.
So that
you can also put it around your waist. So when you use the toilet, you can.
Oh my God.
Look. But wait, what y'all know about this? What y'all know about this right here?
Well, my holder is my.
Everybody that's out here buying things on the aisle at Marshalls and TJ Maxx in Burlington. That's where I got this foolishness from. But
On the checkout, right?
It looks like an extra, like an abdominal.
Look,
yeah, remember that?
You wrap this around your neck. I'm gonna do a tutorial and put it on YouTube. Watch. You out here talking holders. We got holders. But listen, so we got the Comries as artists, right? We have some movies. We've had like really art. If you have anything that is, shout out to Jackie. But if you have someone in your family or anything, like shout them out. Put their Instagram handle in the chat so that we can continue to support each other. Chris, you laughing at me? Mm-hmm. Don't be
someone brought up Rosewood. I remember Rosewood.
Don't be mad. Oh, Rosewood.
Remember Tales from the Hood? Tales from the Hood haunted my dreams till I was an adult, like for real.
I want some of this.
Oh, did y'all see 40-year-old version? I forgot to ask you that.
No, you know what?
Version, yes.
With Rada Blank.
Isn't that your friend, Ev?
Rada, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I know her, right? Like we are, but you know what? It's funny because when she was doing like little pieces, she did performances at the, Joe's Pub, the theater at Joe's Pub. And so we went to see it. That was like years ago. So it's been so beautiful to see the growth. And like, it's so good to see a piece that almost everybody likes. Like I've heard no negative comments about the movie.
No, because that's your circle too, right? We have taste. We know a good thing.
Yes. So it's actually been really sweet to see that. So if y'all have not seen it, also, what is the other movie that just came out on Netflix? Vampires in the Bronx? Was that
yes.
Yeah.
I saw it this weekend with 3 Black children from the Bronx.
Oh.
A 9, a 10, and a 7-year-old. And they were like this. And I was like this. And everybody was like in it. And it was so great to see Black boys and girls be centered as like solution
living their life,
innovators, and also dealing with some real like contradictions within their families, right? Where parents are so busy. And I identified with the parents too, right? Because parents are so busy and we're assuming that our kids are up to no good. Right, and that was evident in some of the relationships with the parents and the grandparents and the children. Okay, they're really trying to resolve and solve issues that impact all of us, and adults were not always listening. So there's a trust piece around trust Black children,
right?
And that's a reminder for us. I think at this time, especially like Genevieve, especially you have school age kids. My kid is away at school, but like, shout out to everybody, right? Like, shout out to us all for being right now doing all the things for each other and other people. Nobody prepared us to be parents, teachers, nurses, referees, chef, maid,
immigrant reps,
right? Reps, all in
lawyers, attorneys.
No, I said immigrant reps.
Immigrant reps, like nobody prepared us for this, and yet here we are, right? 7-8 months into this situation. Even as much as we may be struggling, like we are holding on, and I am just so proud of us. Right. Like, so if you're watching this, I am proud of you. If you are a parent doing this, like you out here y'all been pulling at least 14-hour shifts, especially if you have younger and smaller kids where they wake you up like this. Ma, you awake? Like my kid used to. I used to wake up with like a finger in my eye. Ma, you awake? Right? And so if that's the way that you've been waking up since March and trying to figure it all out, listen, if you ain't worn a bra since March, I got you. If you ain't wearing pants since March, I understand you. Like, listen.
That's happening right. Well, I put on a bra for this broadcast. Speaking of children, Genevieve has a children's panel. Afro Resistance has a children's panel at 6 p.m. Black Girls
7 p.m.
7 p.m. or 6 p.m.
Wait, is it 7 Eastern?
Eastern.
7 Eastern.
Or 7 Eastern. And Caña Negra has a workshop coming up next week.
23rd, 24th.
Check us out. It's anti-Blackness within the Latina community. It's the 23rd, 24th, right? And it's really, it's really working through like what anti-Blackness looks like within the Latino community. And it's part 1 and part 2. So part 1 is a historical overview that, that we do. And then part 2 is how, what is our personal responsibility around this, right? So a lot of folks ask us, well, is this for Black people? You know what? It is to really start dealing with anti-Blackness and knowing the history and knowing that this doesn't start today or when white folks decide that we need to center Black people. That this has been that throughout Latin America and the Caribbean, anti-Blackness has always existed. And that is not a U.S. construct. Because that's another ignorant excuse that we hear all the time. In our home countries, nobody's racist. Racism doesn't exist. I learned
by a white
racism here, and it's really like when you hear that kind of foolishness, craziness, it's because a person is benefiting from white privilege, right? So is it for Black people? We highly recommend that you take it. But also, if you're really invested in knowing more about the history of racism and anti-Blackness in the region, this is a primer. This is not going to resolve it for you, but it's a primer. It's an important primer. And then we have Verano Negro.
Otoño Negro.
Oh, because Verano is over. Okay.
Last fall, our last session is December 3rd, 5th, and 6th. It's a 3-day course with actual lifelong Black people, Black Afro-Latinos, but I call myself Black.
That's another one. I usually identify with that song.
You know that tongue to the side? Like that's diasporic too.
That is most definitely.
That is super. Like everyone, it don't matter where you from. If you Black, you do that.
Yep.
And then November we have a couple new workshops coming out.
Woo!
Javier Wallace, el mismo profe Wallace. Air horn. Javier, you should have a button. It shouldn't even be on your phone. You should just have a button.
I should just have it like implanted in my skin at this point, so I can just be on a random bang.
With technology, that's coming, baby.
It's coming.
It's here.
We'll be able to do this, and a whole bunch of stuff is gonna happen.
I don't even want to know what other buttons you got in mind, girl. This is a family show in the morning. Like
I think that's another PM.
That's after dark. That's after dark.
Head over to Radio Caña Negra on Facebook.
Yes.
RADIO Caña.
Radio. Caña Negra.
Caña Negra.
Caña Negra.
Negra. What they got to listen in you?
So head over there right now or after. You'll get the information from our workshops, and you can register there.
Yeah, and just a couple more questions as we go, because Dash, gave me a reminder of a question that I really wanted to ask and crowdsource from the people that are listening right now. What is your favorite rum? If you are a rum drinker, rep your set.
Babancourt, baby.
Babancourt is top notch.
Haitian rum is the way to go.
Ron Zacapa from Guatemala is really good. So get your lives, drink some Ron Zacapa from Guatemala. But what is rep your rum set? If you are out here drinking rum, What kind of rum is in your? What's your go-to?
You know what else is because people go to the Havana Club for Cuban rum. That's the most ass rum out of all the Cuban rum. Like, it's the most ass. Don't get that one. Get Santiago. Santiago is that rum. Get the actual homemade rum that the Cubans make in their house. That shit pops.
Well, that's always like top notch, right? If you don't have somebody abuelo making it for you,
somebody, back there.
But what y'all got? What y'all got in terms of rum? Like, what is your rum set? Like, drop that in the chat and let us know. So, Genevieve, you go to Babancourt.
I'm a Babancourt person. I'm also classic rum and coke with lemon.
Oh, okay.
With the lime.
That's your drink.
I don't know. When I say lemon, people get confused, but I mean lime because lemon is limon.
Yeah, we don't have a word. It's the same.
Yeah.
In Spanish, lime and lemon.
And then people call that lime here. And I'm always being corrected, which is dominant culture and white as well.
Right.
And I don't know the difference. To me, they all taste like limon.
I low-key feel like the yellow lemon was white people manufactured. Like, I just feel like that.
Well, in Greece, I went to Greece and I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing because I got into an argument with this white girl that was an intern where I used to work at before. And I was like, that's some GMO thing. I went on her. And she's like, no, they have these fields in different parts of Europe, like in Spain. And I'm like, I don't believe you. And then I went to Greece, and they sure do have fields.
No, they genetically engineered them.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I had to be like, because it's close to like olives as well. And in those areas, they're very strict with.
I don't believe it. Stay woke. It's all the white man's Jacob's domination. Like, I don't believe it.
For me, it's limon is limon. That's what I use for ceviche, for octopus, for all my meals.
But I will say that I think limon is good on fish, but I don't love lime on it. But I do like,
But limon, hold on, Evelyn.
Yellow. The yellow.
The yellow one on fish?
Yeah, I like the yellow on fish.
But not the green.
But I like the green often in like drinks and lemonade.
I never buy the yellow one.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what that tastes like on fish.
Yeah. So back to wait a minute. Krishna says Babancourt. I just want to acknowledge the chat. Babancourt is top notch, and then good old Appleton.
I'm not too into. We both were like,
right. And someone
tried so hard with Appleton.
The yellow lemon is not as good. So they're a fan. They're on Genevieve's, right? They agree with you, Genevieve, that green is where it's at.
But then you have the green orange one.
Huh?
In Panama, we have the green and it's orange inside.
Yes, that's called Orange Crush.
Really? Like the drink?
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like the drink. It tastes like a lemon.
So it's green and yellow. Wait, say that again.
It's not green. It's a tint of green.
Let me get it.
It is and it's big. Y es un limón amargo.
Ooh.
Or naranja amarga. I don't know. But it's delicious.
Wait, is it big though? Is it like a naranja or is it like a limon?
No, it's a bit. It's like a naranja and maybe a little.
I've seen those. Right, that I know about. Okay.
And it's dull. Like the sheen is not shiny like a lemon. It's more dull.
Okay. Got it.
And it's they call it Orange Crush for some reason, or Crush.
Crush.
Lemon Crush.
Crush. So we have only a few seconds, like a few minutes left in this, right? In our time. Like, I'm so sad. This is so much fun. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And so we only have one person rep their rum set, so maybe y'all are not rum drinkers. Totally understandable.
Or maybe they're drinking too much right now.
True. Right? Because this is in this climate, you know how people used to say, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere." We ain't even waiting until 5 o'clock. Put that shit in your coffee with your water. Like, then we.
I froze it. So it's orange.
Gotcha. So it's green on.
It's green and yellow.
Lime one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's frozen, so it's not as orange, but I finished the orange ones because those are my favorite. This is the frozen.
They're
one.
very tart.
Gotcha. Are they super? I love tart. That's like my flavor profile.
They're very tart.
super tart things.
But there's like tons of lime variations in Latin America.
Yeah.
Like we're like the lime. Lime is life.
And plátano.
Ugh.
Right. And mango.
That could go a whole nother like a whole hour on talking about plátano, which we unfortunately
And there's a cooking portion to the festival this year.
Oh, really? How can people get information about that?
Let me pull it up because also Amilcar said, you know what? Let's give away 4 passes.
Woo! And Amilcar, can you get a pass too?
So can y'all please put in the chat, in the comments, if you want to pass, put your name and how we can find you. If you want to put your social media or your email, maybe not your email, but your social media at least. Put your name and social media so we can get you those passes.
And if you, for the winners of the pass, we'll also give you a discount code for our Rayo Caña Negra training. How about that?
Yes.
And our Otoño Negro trainings as well. We just having all the trainings, y'all.
Y'all live with us. Y'all are living today.
Get with us. You see what happens when you stick around with Black women? See?
Things happen.
Things happen. We make things happen. Period.
All right.
So on that note, put your stuff in the chat. What else we got, Genevieve?
No, I was going to say they can also email us radiocañanegra@gmail.com and we can get you those passes. But you only have until around 1 p.m. Eastern time to send us those names. And we'll make sure to get that to you because I know that we are running out of time. And there's probably another amazing panel that is about to happen. So, Ralphie Hernandez.
Ralphie in the house.
Ralphie.
Whoop, whoop. Get it. Wait, let me copy it because then we close out and then we're like, oh shit. Ralphie. Also follow Afro-Latino Fest NYC .com and also Instagram to get the fest programming. Sign up for those talks. The cooking that's happening. Colombia, Mexico.
Yeah, swag.
Yeah, travel tour in Panama, Colón.
Can we get a little bullhorn for her?
Fellow Panameña. Krishna said, I'll take the pass and a lipstick. All right.
Wait a minute.
Make your demands, girl. I love it.
DM me your address, Krishna. I got you. Listen.
All right, so we have Ralphie, Swad, Krishna. How many were we giving away? 4. Oh, they're already taken. Xochitl.
Okay, there we go. Xochitl was
So Krishna, could you send us your?
Oh no, we know Krishna stuff.
All right.
Don't worry about that.
All right. So you'll be getting the passes and then a discount code for our workshop.
I got you, Jana. Yeah.
It seems like some of you might be getting lipstick.
Yay!
Well, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Afro-Latino Fest NYC. Las Macheteras.
Bra, bra. And let's close out with a little dance. We going back?
She's a
Yes.
Wait, take it back, Dash. Wait, we can't see you. Gotta stand up. Take it back. Wait, hold on.
Oh, well, I've heard that one before. Anyway, good. I told you when I was drinking.
I'm not
Look, I'm a married woman, okay?
I was gonna say what?
No, I'm making fun of it.
We're like,
wait, who's taking a picture?
somebody take a picture?
Oh, I thought you said okay. Oh, I was gonna
Hold on. Wait, let me give you my.
I love it. Oh my God, this could be our. Look at that. It looks like a music cover.
Ooh, wait,
Oh,
take
wow. Now it's just like a personal conversation right now. Everyone's like, all right, okay.
face to face.
Evelyn, can you move your screen a little bit down? There.
We're doing a whole photo shoot. Y'all behind the scenes right now.
Hold on, I need to. There we go. It looks great.
Wait, as the YouTubers say, thumbnail.
Wow,
that could be for our. We don't have a lot of pictures together, folks. We work together. We talk together. We share lives together via WhatsApp, but we do not have a lot of pictures together.
Yeah, we don't.
Because pandemic. Hello.
Right.
Dee Wallace.
We'll be traveling the world together.
Right. Yeah.
Pandemic. Shout out to
Pandemic.
Shout out.
All right.
Shout out to everyone that joined us. Dee Wallace, Swad, Krishna, always supporting. Chris, Jana, always supporting. Shantae, fellow Panameña, Abraham, always supporting. Nigel, all of y'all, thank you.
7 p.m. Girls Panel, Afro Resistance, 23rd and 24th, Radio Caña Negra, Part 1 and Part 2, Anti-Blackness and Latina Community. And what are the dates for
December 3rd, 4th, December 3rd, 5th, and 6th. Not December 4th. December 4th is Shango's Day. But yeah, and we got new workshops in November. So follow us, follow Afro-Latino Fest, and we'll see y'all next time in a couple days on the interwebs.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
And you guys like, all right.
No, not at all. I thank you. I want to thank you. That was hilarious. Y'all definitely need your own show. I mean, like you have your own show, but I mean, somebody
prime time. We need it on prime time. HBO. Do you have HBO?
Love it. Thank you guys again. I want to thank the audience for listening in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Y'all covered the span from pop culture to politics and history. Love it. That's what I'm talking about.
Our group name is Radio Caña Negra. Caña Negra. That's our group. Caña Black cane sugar, baby.
Machetera.
In a former life, I would have said mine would have been abuelo, but you know, I'm partial. Barbancourt is like that's the. Actually, you guys hit the nail on the head with all of them. Zacapa is super smooth. Barbancourt is super smooth, and abuelo is just.
It's reliable.
It's reliable. That's the word.
That's like an abuelo.
It's consistent, reliable. But now Viche is Colombian Viche.
Yeah.
That's a delicacy though.
Yeah.
So if I have to pick one of them, I'm gonna go with the Viche.
Well, that's proven therapeutics too. So that might get a pass under the radar in many instances.
That's just like word. But outside of Panama and Guatemala, I also do like Mount Gay.
Mm-hmm. I'll say that. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
All of us are like.
So shout out to the Bajans out there.
Asians, yeah.
I gotta know something.
Indeed. All right. I want to thank you all once again. We're signing off.
Thank you so much.
What my daughter does now.
Wait, in honor of Anayansi.
There you go.
Oh, I can't take a picture and do that. But yeah.
We Black women and we do it all, but we don't have extra limbs here.
All right.
To the light of Dash, as Earth Daughter said. So thank you so much for including us. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
All right. And the folks that are winners, you'll get your passes soon. And we'll see you on the film festival.
Yes.
And tonight at Afro Resistance Girls Panel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Oh, here's my favorite girl. Just a second.
Oh, yeah, to send us on. We have to.
The future. Woohoo!
Hola.
All right. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Bye, family.
Who's on me? Good.
Thank you all. Seguimos. Much appreciated. Much
Bye.
Love.
Bye.
Bye. All right, thank you everyone for joining us for this morning's community voices sessions. This is our first one. Hopefully, we'll be doing more of these. And this is going to be the conclusion of our morning session. Please check back this afternoon starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York time. For our first evening session. That's going to be Afro-Mexico panel with some great panelists. That will be in Spanish. A lot of this evening's panels will be in Spanish. We go into the root. But we will be subtitling them at some point. But please check them out. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Construyendo la Mesa, Afro Webisodes with famous Afro-Colombian actress Karen Ginestrosa from La Mamá del Diez. 7 p.m., we have, you heard Afro Resistance has their workshop. We have our La Cocina event, our first La Cocina masterclass, culinary masterclass with Dr. Doris Carriaga Coleman, who is from Tamiahua, Mexico, Veracruz region. And she will be presenting a variety of delicious Black Mexican dishes that may or may not be familiar to those of us, the rest of us in the diaspora. And then certainly not least, at 8 p.m. is our director Q&A with Medine and Taweld and Ebony Bailey. Medine was the director of Negra. For those of you in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, you'll be able to see it. Unfortunately, everybody else is geo-blocked. And Ebony Bailey is our guest curator for the 2020 season and our production assistant. She's been doing an amazing job. She's also contributed 2 films to this year's festival, Jamaica y Tamarindo and Life in Between. Dash mentioned Life in Between is about the Haitian migrant experience in Mexico. Jamaica y Tamarindo is about sorrow. We all call it different things, and Tamarindo, tamarind. So it's a bit of cultural heritage, a bit of identity, a bit of everything mixed in with the panels. Be sure to check out all the panels streaming all week long. We are the Netflix of Afro-Latinidad for the next 4 days. Please check it out. Video on demand, www.afrolatinofestnyc.com. Individual films on a sliding scale basis. Pay what you can, starting at $1 or $20 passes. I hope to see all of you today, tonight, and for the rest of the remainder of the events happening tomorrow through Saturday. Muchísimas gracias. Seguimos para adelante. All right. Cuídense mucho and see you guys later. Thank you.